Where is he? I don't see Brett Favre out there anywhere. I thought he was supposed to be here. Oh, hey, welcome to the 10-minute drill. We're here at Bucs training camp at Disney's Wide World of Sports. I'm Mike Cobb. This is Dick Scanlon, and he's blank. Rick Brown. Thanks for joining us. We're going to talk a little bit about the Bucs. Guys, welcome. Rick, training camp, how's it going so far? Your first one. You still with us?
Yeah, barely. It's going all right. Like we said earlier, it is a bunch of practice, and it's repetition. But the players are getting good workouts, and they're working hard, and it's pretty fun. It's all right.
But I don't see Brett Favre out here. Yeah, that's been the talk. Is he supposed to be here? Where is he? What's going to happen?
Mike, he just faxed in his reinstatement papers, so anything's up in the air there. It's really on Green Bay, what they want to do. But should he be here? No, they have an all-pro quarterback. Why do you need Brett Favre right now?
Let's say they got him. Let's say they got him. Can they coexist? Can he and Garcia coexist?
Well, obviously, if Favre is here, we're not going to have Garcia here. I cannot imagine, after the year he had last year, Garcia carrying a clipboard and watching Brett Favre play quarterback. That just isn't going to happen.
But okay, all right. That makes sense. But Garcia doesn't have any place to go. I mean, if he doesn't get traded to Green Bay, say he doesn't get traded to Green Bay, why can't he stay?
But then you release him. You can't have two of them together, can you?
You know Gruden loves quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You know Gruden loves quarterbacks.
He likes to date, but not marry.
Exactly.
Well, I can't imagine Garcia going to Green Bay, because that would be contrary to everything Green Bay is trying to do and bring along Aaron Rodgers. That would make no sense.
But how
He's not going to Green Bay.
But how can they? I see. My thing is this: you're going to need backups. You're going to need backups.
Brian Greasy. He's a good backup.
Okay, but shoot, Brian Greasy might as well be a starter. See, my thing with Favre is this: he's going to come in late anyway, and he has to learn the system. And yes, Gruden's going to tailor it down and all of that, but it's not. This Garcia has 1 full year under this thing. All right, he took him to the playoffs last year. He should be way far beyond this guy. And now you're going to tailor it down and go back to square one.
You're not going to get an argument from me on that.
Okay.
You're
but
absolutely right.
But what you're saying is Favre's going to come in. He's going to be the backup.
Well, he should be if he comes in here.
Now,
okay, he's going to be the number 6 quarterback.
Well,
that's you.
Yeah, or aren't you left-handed? But
used to be.
No, but okay. They bring Favre in. He's going to be back up till he learns the system. Maybe it's a month into the season. Now they're 4-0 with Garcia.
You can't change.
You can't change.
You can't change.
And you can split the team. Yeah, you got Garcia's guys over here. They want Garcia. These guys want Favre.
Yeah, but hey guy, how you doing? No, but some guys.
I wonder if every NFL team is talking like this. Reporters from every NFL team is talking.
They have
like
to be
this.
laughing.
It's not going to happen here either.
It's crazy.
Something to talk about.
I can see that happening in like New York.
Well, the Jets.
Favre or Eli.
Make more sense.
Yeah, Jets. Well, the Jets are one of the teams.
Yeah.
Minnesota wants him.
He wants to go to Minnesota.
And he wants to go to Minnesota.
But
they could use him, but they're not going to let him go to another division.
See, I don't understand that either. I mean, if the Packers can get a decent draft pick from Minnesota, how many times is he going to start against the Packers? Twice maybe.
And he's going to play 1 year.
Who says he's going to win? I think the Packers should get over that.
Yeah. I don't see it. It's that unwritten rule. You just don't do that.
I don't see the problem.
Because if he came back and they played the first game of the season, he'd come back and wearing Minnesota's colors and beats them.
Well,
yeah.
Oh man, can you see the uproar in Green Bay? Can you imagine that?
And then
that would be
next year,
fun.
Favre is retired and they have the Vikings' second-round draft pick. I mean, that's pretty good for one loss. If they would lose the game, and we don't know they'd lose the game.
Well, who's the Vikings quarterback?
Favre might throw
Jackson?
4 interceptions.
Tavares Jackson. Yeah,
and they like him. That's who they want to build their team around.
Yeah, he strikes fear in me too.
Yeah.
But no offense against Tavares, but as long as he doesn't come here, I think the Bucs will be making a huge mistake if Brett Favre came here. I just think.
I think we
totally.
all agree on that.
I'll agree on that.
Okay.
For sure.
But if he did, Mike,
You think they could coexist?
I
don't.
think they could. I mean, because Garcia has no choice. I mean,
He's 38 years old, coming off
Both
a
of them are
great
38.
season.
I mean, Jeff
and
said-
all of a sudden he's going to be on the bench. I just
Garcia said that
Nobody
if
would
Favre
accept
comes
that.
here, he could live in his house.
well,
and Jeff
but
would leave.
Assuming if he left, but he also said, remember, he also said that he'll do whatever the team wants, and that's what
He
kind
doesn't
of
have a choice.
He doesn't exactly. So
Well, let's move on. What else? Training camp. Who else out here? Who struck you? Who's jumped up and struck you?
you know who's really made a big impact, in my opinion, has been wide receiver Maurice Stovall, third-year guy from Notre Dame. He came in with a little hype. But he hasn't really lived up to his potential. Injuries and just learning how to play in the NFL. Good special teams player. I think he really came into his own last year in special teams. This year, during camp, he's catching everything. One-handed grabs, tiptoeing the sidelines, on his back grabs. He looks like an all-pro in training camp. And I think this is what the Bucs really need. Also, Michael Clayton.
He's got to step up. It's time.
It is
Either
time.
step up or step out.
It's fifth
It's
year.
time.
Fifth year. It's time for Clayton to step up, and he has. He has been doing all the right things during training camp. So those two guys have been real positives for the Bucs.
What's running back? That's going to be the interesting situation with Ernest Graham, Michael Bennett, Warwick Dunn. Cadillac's here, but probably not going to be ready.
He's not going to.
He may. Is he done? Do you think? Have we seen the last of Cadillac in Tampa?
In Tampa, wow. I would like to ask me that in November.
Okay.
After we
I
see
hope
how
not.
Graham. I think he still has something left. I mean, and as hard as he's worked, I really think the Bucs shouldn't just slice him like that. Although this is a business.
It's a numbers game. Sometimes.
It is.
You can't. Sometimes you can't. If you put him on IR, you can keep him. It'd be hard to keep him on the 53-man roster.
No,
Now, he could start the year on PUP, right?
He can start the year.
Physically unable to perform.
Yes, he can. But I really think the Bucs ought to just not cut their losses, but put them on IR. Just say, look, get healthy. We'll give you another shot next year, and then go that way. So
What's Work Done got? Does he still got it?
he looks good out here. He does. I mean, they just started pads on Monday, but he still has that little. Every time Warwick runs, it doesn't seem like he's going fast. He's kind of smooth in his running, and it looks the same out here, man. He looks good.
You never get a clear shot on him.
No,
That's the thing.
he's shifty.
I think it's interesting too that when was the last time you guys heard the Bucs offensive line described as good? It's actually considered a strength of the team now. I don't remember that.
The
since
end
the
of
Super
02
Bowl
was probably
run.
the only time when people really said, hey, they got a good line. And that's really the only time in, what,
Maybe
20
ever.
years ever?
Yeah.
Back to the Charles McRae days.
It's always
and
looked
Charles
at as a
McRae as a god.
liability, and now I think it's being viewed as an asset. We'll see whether that actually materializes.
And they're young, and that's the thing. So if they are as good as advertised, this line could be good for a long time.
If they can keep it together.
Yes, and bringing in Jeff Faine this year really helps. It really helps. Center from Chicago. He's the anchor of that unit, and he's gonna pull. He can pull that team together. The unit could be scary for
Okay.
whoever's quarterbacking.
Okay, so let's talk about all those parts. You've got maybe the best line they've had in a long time, maybe ever.
Yep.
You've got a multiple array of running backs. You've got two receivers who should be ready to step up to go along with Joey Galloway and dependable Ike Hilliard.
We're at 14
What do they need?
2, aren't we?
What do they need Brett Favre for? Jeff Garcia can run that offense.
I mean, and he ran it last year, Mike. And that's the thing. This guy, again, a Pro Bowl quarterback, threw 4 interceptions. 4. Brett Favre throws that in a half. I mean, no offense. I mean, Brett Favre is going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback, hands down. But this guy knows the offense, and he's going to be better this year. He's going to be better, supposedly, since he has a year on his belt. Again, I agree.
And he has the backing of the team.
Everyone
that's
loves him.
crucial.
So
Yeah.
why
everyone
do I
loves
see
him.
Favre coming up across the field there?
Is that his helicopter over there coming in?
Number 4.
Yeah.
Hey,
Green
don't-
and yellow helicopter.
Hey, you
All right.
guys are giving me a stop. No.
All right, well, Dick has one more thing he'd like to say. I think we're going to switch gears. Dick, camera's
Well,
yours.
it's still baseball season, July turning into August, and the Rays are right in the thick of the pennant race with the Red Sox and the Yankees, and I think this should be enjoyed. I don't know how it's going to come out. But this might be a while before this happens again. For the first time, we're getting to see a legitimate pennant race, and every day is important. I think we should just sit back and enjoy it, regardless of how it comes out.
It's time to say it. The Rays are contenders. They're
Wow.
not maybe contenders. They are.
Wow.
So, gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
All right.
Rick, I'm sure you'll be here keeping a lookout for old number 4 from Green Bay.
Stay away.
Okay, maybe that wasn't him getting hurt.
Okay, all right. Probably somebody else come in and paint the
Stay
field a little more.
away.
We'll be back next week for a special edition of Angler's Advantage. Michael Wilson will be on with a couple of guests. So thanks for joining us, and hope you enjoy the show. Wait, is that him?
No.
Okay, who's
He's
that?
got to get rid of that green jersey.
Well, he blends in
man,
with the field.
Come
you know?
on, man. I don't.
I think it's sprayed on him.
Favre is just too. This is too much. It's too much, man. No.